What is up, my crypto legends? Hello again, back to another live stream to see what is going on here. We've had a little bit of price action to the downside, then a big massive pump. We got Jerome Powell speaking now in 10 minutes, so we're probably going to see some more volatility. Is this volatility going to be to the upside, or is it going to be to the downside? Let me know in the comment section. We're going to analyze the situation here right now, because I do think that there's going to be some more pumpy action on Bitcoin, guys. There is potentially, after some volatility, okay, this is looking at the longer time frame. We've been talking about this, you know, big major support level here on the VPVR with on the 4 hourly, sorry. So, you know, I am bearish in the midterm. I do think if we do pump to 22, 22.5, even maybe to 23, which I do think is going to be a little bit difficult, as high as 23, but I do think that this is going to come in the next coming days. Now, of course, after this range, I would be bearish. Of course, we'll be hitting major resistance, and of course the S&P 500 also does look like it can get that leg up and then that big major correction. So like I said, big point of control. We're still holding the higher lows over here, as you can see, in a big support level just below $21,000 range. We've got that price action to the downside, and it looks like that we could hold this range. Of course, in 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, we got, you know, Jerome Powell speaking. You know, anything can happen in, you know, that short time frame. In the next, you know, 1 to 2 hours, we could have a lot of volatility up and down. So if you are trading, the best thing you could do is protect positions, of course, because you do not know where exactly, you know, that price action is going to go. If it's going to have a big massive pump suddenly and then a big massive crash, or a big massive crash and then a big massive pump, we don't really know. But I can tell you one thing, the DXY is having a pretty intensive corrective move looking at the 1 hourly chart. We talked about this now for the last few days, DXY hitting a major resistance zone, okay? Not only the support here from the higher lows right over here, as you can see, getting that rejection to perfection here on the chart. We're also getting the double top right there. Now, of course, this can be a cup and handle scenario, and then we're going to break resistance, but this is not going to happen today. It won't happen tomorrow. It might happen in the next 1 to 2 weeks, and of course this will be extremely bearish for Bitcoin for that continuation on the DXY. What the DXY has formed right now, okay, looking at the 1 hourly chart or the 2 hourly chart, is a descending triangle scenario, currently breaking the support. Now we have a projected move on this descending triangle, which is coming all the way down here to the $106.8 here on the DXY. We're currently falling at this moment. As you can see, we can go to the 1 hourly, so getting bounced here at this support level You can see lower high, lower high, lower high, finally breaking down. So what is likely is that we are going to have that continuation in the next coming days on the DXY, meaning that Bitcoin could get that pump. Bitcoin could get that pump to 22.5. All right. This is why one of the main reasons I think that Bitcoin could get that pump. All right. In the coming days. Of course, in the lower time frames, we do have major opportunities. We can see a lot of opportunities, you know, in the lower time frames. We talked about that in today's video on Bitcoin. Now, we want to be really, really cautious because when we're talking about volume, all right, we've had a massive spike in volume here on, you know, to the upside. This is also going to help for the BTC price to probably get some volatility at this range and then continue back up. That is what I potentially think is going to happen for the coming days. But if we take a look at the 15-minute chart, for example, okay, we're talking about a volume, and I did get some people asking me this question. You know, we've had a large amount of volume. All right, now this volume does look small, but it is big because, you know, this one is double the amount. But like I said, you know, we've got this volume breaking down. Of course, when you in a downtrend for quite some time and you have a big spike in volume at the very end of a trend, okay, where it does look like it has, you know, when it's falling for a long, long time, it could indicate a top or a bottom, all right, when you have a big volume spike. And this is what happened just when I finished the live stream. We got that drop, okay, extremely bearish. I do believe so. A lot of people, you know, entering shorts, especially on the pump. But of course, we did not have the consolidation. We didn't retest this level, all right, of support and consolidated. We just went straight through it. It was absolutely crazy. So this is why putting limit orders is not my style of trading. I want to wait till we hit that level, wait for a reaction, then I'll potentially market order, because this is what happens a lot of the times. You put a limit order at a resistance thinking, you know, oh, we should be coming down, all right? And yeah, this is what happened. Boom, absolutely exterminated. A lot of shorts got liquidated with this pump, no doubt in my mind. Going back here to what we talked, look at this. You know, look at this volume right there, right? So we did get one bounce. This volume over here, just a quick, you know, educational content, because I did get a couple of people talking about this. You know, big volume. At this time, it didn't work. But when you have been pumping for quite some time, all right, and creating higher lows and higher highs, the volume sometimes indicates, you know, a massive, you know, pump excitement, and then all the smart money is leaving the market when you have that big massive pump. Now look at this, one of the biggest volumes on this pump right there. Let me just get the VPVR out of the way. Right, look at this. In this uptrend, you get the pump here with a huge amount of volume. This was the end. This was the end. Then you started continuing to the downside, as you can see here. Right? You were having a massive correction after this massive big volume pump. You did get one small bounce, but like I said, these big volume level, you know, big volumes at the end of a trend, when you're going down for quite some time, and you have a big volume at the very end, can indicate the bottom, just like this one indicated the top. You didn't go much more further up after this high over here with this large amount of volume. Same here, right? Just this one just happened a couple of hours ago. Big volume breakdown, people getting bearish, coming down. What you get? A big fat reversal, So, yeah, it is time to break out from this zone, right? If we take a look at the VPVR, looking at the volume traded, the last, you know, the last 6 days, approximately 6-7 days from the 19th of August, since we had this major big correction, it is time. You know, we're just at the value area high here. It's time to pop up, in my personal opinion, or pop down. All right, we got value area low from these lows and the value area high from the highs. We're just at this resistance. Another reason why I do think that this pump is going to happen, is happening, but it will happen a bit more. You are basically testing the resistance zone right there, as you can see, and you are, you know, testing it several times. This is a level that's been tested for the last few days. Look at this. If I put this box here and the resistance zone right there, it's been tested 1, 2, 3, 4 times. If I put a box at the lowest level here, right there, how many times has this one been tested? 1, 2. Why? Because you have been creating higher lows every single time after that. Okay, this is still a higher low. Basically, you're getting supported from the trend line here, from the higher lows. So, the probabilities in actually breaking the resistance is higher, because on the higher time frames, if you take a look at the 1 hourly, you are creating higher lows. As you can see here, the lows here have not been retested. So I think there's higher probability in finally breaking the resistance zone. What is going to help, of course, for this breakout is the DXY. We got the stock market having a little bit of a correction. There's a little bit of volatility. We only just opened here. The US market just opened about 30 minutes ago. But DXY is absolutely beautiful. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I was waiting for. The correction on the DXY. Talked about a couple of days ago. Looking at the mid time frame, right? Looking at what could happen in the next coming days, not in one day, because one day, I can be bearish and bullish in the same day for scalping and day trade opportunities, like I have explained at the beginning of the other live stream. Okay, the other live stream, we're taking a look at shorting opportunity on chilies, in different movements, but DXY is poised for a correction here in the coming days, because we've broken down from this descending triangle, right, on the 1 hourly. So it does look like we could get that bearish momentum inside of the correction. This doesn't mean I am extremely bearish on the DXY in the midterm. No, I'm actually bullish. I do think that we could go to higher levels. Why? Because we are still in a very, very aggressive uptrend, creating higher lows and higher highs. Even though we double topped here a little bit, I think there is a little bit more power for the DXY, because people are still fearful. People want to go to the dollar. This is only going to give the dollar some strength. So yeah, just a short-term correction, of course, after this double top and this resistance touch that we've been talking about, since we touched it. Absolutely beautiful. I do think that it is time for the coming days to have that correction. It will be unlikely, in my personal opinion, to have this reversal kind of scenario on the DXY. I think it will correct for a little bit, and this will help Bitcoin to get that pumpy action to 22.5. Remember, we got a beautiful test. I mean, this is how perfect technical analysis can be on the chart, because check out this support trend line from higher lows, and if we zoom in, it has been touched here to perfection. Look at this, higher lows, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. This was just a few hours ago. Got that touch again. So you could assume here that you are basically getting that buying pressure. You're getting buying pressure because you are creating higher lows consistently. Now you've got this resistance touch, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many times can you touch it creating higher lows? There will be a moment that you'll have to break out. So this is what I am expecting, and something that is going to help here is, of course, the DXY having this major correction. Okay, where do I have the DXY? Right over here. DXY. Now DXY could pump a little bit here, but I do think it is poised to come down in the next coming days. So yes, is speech right now from Jerome Powell, is it going to be bearish or is it going to be bullish? He's basically talking right now at this moment. It should be live on some kind of channel, YouTube. Like I said, also here, we are at resistance. We could get rejected on Bitcoin. This 21.8k level is resistance. 1, 2, 3. Does it mean we need to break it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean we need to break it now. But the more you test it, the more likely you're going to break it. But we could get rejected. It is still resistance. We could still do this, depending on what kind of speech Jerome Powell does. We could get an aggressive correction. We're correcting right now, a little bit aggressive. Is the speech looks like it's being bearish. Ooh, we're having a little bit of correction right now at the moment. Pretty intense correction. No volume in this correction. Pretty intense. No volume. Let's see if we get that jump back up. Just right now on the speech, a little bit of volatility. A little bit of volatility here. Let me go through the comment section, see what the community says. Hola Andy, ¿estás listo para escuchar a mi tío? Jerome Powell, ¿crees que esta volatilidad seguirá después del discurso? This is the thing, you know, we might have a dump, then a massive big pump. According to the DXY, are we getting a little bit of a pumpy action on the DXY? Oh, DXY is pumping at this moment, so it seems like that what he's saying, I have no idea what he's saying, but it looks bullish for the DXY. This means it's bearish for Bitcoin. Wow, oh my goodness. Yeah, we're having that correction right now. Let's see. I still believe so. There's not that much volume. Still believe so that we could get that pumpy action in the next coming days. Correction while we're talking at this moment. Jerome Powell must have said something bullish for the dollar, something bearish for the markets. S&P 500 absolutely tumbling at this moment. Wow, while Jerome Powell is speaking. This is the thing, when you are, I hope your trades are protected if you were doing any type of trading. I hope your trades were protected, guys. You probably would have speculated that this was a short because we were at resistance. I still believe so, even though we do have this volatility, that we could get that pumpy action on Bitcoin in the next coming days. So let's see what happens. Wow, another one, says Naveen. Yeah, this was just only for the volatility. This was only because of Jerome Powell speaking at this moment. So this was just an extra live stream. Nothing much to talk about, you know, on this live stream. It was just an extra one to do because of the volatility. That's very fun to watch. Suddenly got bearish. Suddenly got bearish because of the drop. Yeah, don't pay too much attention on the volatility here, because yeah, basically, let me just 1 second. Yeah, this is the thing. When you have Jerome Powell speaking, we know that we are going to get that volatility, so it's very exciting to see. We got massive a big pump here also on Bitcoin. Let me just do something here, because right. Let's go through the comment section right away. I want to go through the comment section, see what the people think. Are you bullish or are you bearish on Bitcoin and the market? Markets are dumping. It was an ABC correction. Protect your positions. Absolutely, protect positions. Whoa, we're getting a massive. Wow, the S&P 500 has got a pretty big hit at the moment, and it's still getting the hit. So absolutely protect positions, guys. This could get wild. I am still relatively bullish on Bitcoin despite this massive volatility. Like I said, let's check out the DXY. DXY got a bit of a pump here. A bit of a pump. Still think it can fall. I have no idea. Does anyone know? Roller coaster, fun to watch. Absolutely, this is really fun to watch. We had a dump just a few hours ago. I mean, this is the thing. This is when you're trading news or you're trading this kind of volatility. It was pretty clear that we were at resistance. I do still think that we are going to break it, maybe in the next coming hours, couple of days. I do think that we are still bullish despite this short-term volatility. I don't think that we're going to break below $21,000 anytime soon. I am looking for a little bit of more of a relief rally in the coming days till we hit, 22.5, maybe 22.8K range, where we do have some strong daily levels. Short-term volatility Yeah, not interested. It was pretty exciting to see this massive, the drop that we had just a few hours ago. It was pretty insane. You know, just imagine these people that are trading this just before the news, right? When we have a drop with a large amount of volume, bang. You have a pump with also a large amount of volume. Then you have this drop when Jerome Powell comes and has a speech. Whew. I mean, this is insane. Yeah, this is really kind of unpredictable kind of price action, right? A lot of movements here before the news. Fun to see. I'm still sticking bullish in the low time frame, okay, for the next coming days, like in the short time frame. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We got higher lows, massive support also on VPVR. This is just a bunch of noise. This is just going to be a lot of, noise momentum. I do think that we will be finally breaking above the $21,800 in the next coming hours or days potentially. Huge drop, massive wick on the S&P 500, and DXY got a little bit of a pump. I do think that this is just the start of the breakdown, a little bit of volatility, and then come back down to reach the big target here on the DXY. And this is what is going to help Bitcoin to have that pumpy action above $22,000 in the next coming days. It's just, and then of course I might be bearish on Bitcoin depending on what level we do have. If the DXY corrects down to the $106.7 here, then yeah, this is the moment to be bullish on the DXY because you're hitting support, and bearish on Bitcoin likely. So let's see what happens. Massive volatility, absolutely insane. Guys, protect positions like Scotty says. Scotty, thanks for joining the live stream. I can see Chris, Pac-Man, Murat. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this kind of volatility, guys. It's pretty exciting. Love this volatility, says Skitcho. I am not good at trading this volatility. I'm not good. Personally, I never trade volume. I never trade news events, because it's a roller coaster. It's, you have this dump, I would be following the trend kind of thing here. But then you have a massive pump breaking out the resistance. Now, of course, this was just before the news. So what are you going to do? Are you going to remain bullish for some more price action to the upside? Or are you going to be bearish? This is the thing. Big volatility. S&P got a big massive wick. Hey, doesn't look that bad. We could actually get some more pumpy action. It doesn't look bad at all. We could get some more pumpy action. I am bullish. Bullish in the mid-term. I think we're going to get a big massive spike. Look at this rejection. This looks like what happened just a few weeks ago, where we did have hang on one second. We did have just checking out some volatility is crazy. Just taking a look at the phone, guys. S&P 500 massive wick to the downside, and it looks like this is just going to get a bunch of trapped short positions. Phew, massive volatility. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is just fun to watch, like a lot of people say in the comment section. No trades to be taken, in my opinion. Even though I think that we are going to go higher, I am bullish at this range. Despite the volatility, I think that after volatility finishes in the next coming days, we should be pumping. That's what I think. Whew, look at this big wick on the S&P 500. Let's quickly go to the S&P 500 to see the S&P 500 is still in an uptrend. It's still in an uptrend. still in an uptrend with higher lows. Now this is where we have this volatility down on the S&P 500 and then come back up again. So Bitcoin bipolar, yes, absolutely. Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't know what to do. Bitcoin doesn't know what to do. We had a massive correction just a few hours ago, then a massive big pump, and then a massive big correction right now with the news. I still think after the volatility, when that finishes off, the direction will likely be up because DXY is likely to continue this correction. S&P 500 still in an uptrend, still got a little bit of a more push to the upside before we continue down in the next coming weeks. Still got a little bit of more bullish momentum in the next coming days by next week. That's my personal opinion. Let's see what happens after this volatility in the coming days. Oh, DXY getting a massive correction at the moment. Just checking the phone, guys, because correcting, still correcting, massive correction. Very exciting to see. DXY finally breaking down. Everything is pointing out that the technical analysis prediction will be right. We have a massive wick. Everything points out that Bitcoin and stock market should be getting a pump after this volatility, after the big massive drop. This is very similar to what happened. When was this? This was very similar to what happened here. This was the 13th of July. We also had interest rates decision. What else did we have? We had what else did we have? We had Jerome Powell speaking, and yeah, of course. The volatility, this is what happened. We had a major drop, okay, on the 13th of July, right there. And what happened, it did look like we were breaking the support level the 13th of July, guys. I'm not sure if you remember this, but it was, massive big volume to the downside. Bang, here, exactly when Jerome Powell was having the speech about interest rates and inflation. This was exactly at 2 o'clock Central European time on the 13th of July. Massive big drop. Boom. Then what happened? We reversed massively. So is this going to be similar? I think so. For the moment, this is still looking pretty solid. Despite whatever Jerome Powell says, this is a descending triangle on the DXY. It is a bearish pattern. We are likely to come down to the $106.8 after hitting the resistance and creating a double top. This is the DXY on the 1 hourly. More correction is likely. S&P 500 getting that massive wick. I think pumpy action is going to happen. It's just likely to happen. All of these people being bearish on the news, on what Jerome Powell says, people shorting like crazy, you are likely to get a big short squeeze, pumpy action. So I'm still holding to my midterm prediction that Bitcoin should be trading in between $22,000 and $23,000 in the next coming days by next week. I'm not sure, the weekend's coming up now, but even though after this volatility, still creating higher lows and same support level, still believe so that we could get that pumpy action. So let's see what happens. DXY correcting and S&P 500 having a little bit of a drop at the moment. Bitcoin also still having this drop. This volatility is pretty exciting to see. It's pretty cool. Pumpy action I needed on that like button. Yeah, pumpy action on the like button, guys, if you enjoy the content. Okay, right now this really is just taking a look at Bitcoin with the volatility and the S&P 500. So yeah, this is just looking at the volatility. Not much to analyze here. What I do think is going to happen, like I've been saying at the beginning of the live stream, we will finally get above the 21.8k level successfully. For just a short period of time. It might take some days, it might take about 7 days or 8 days, something like that, to start hitting resistance levels before we have the continuation to the downside. Stay cautious. If you're trading the volatility here from the news, stay protected, guys. It's extremely risky. Of course, you can do this on Bybit. On Bybit, you have a bunch of cryptos. You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a huge amount of cryptocurrencies. You get up to $4,450 worth of bonus if you are interested in trading Bitcoin and crypto. Okay, Bybit is my favorite one. PrimeXBT is good for trading different other markets such as oil, natural gas, S&P 500, using crypto as collateral. Also, you get 7% added to your deposit on PrimeXBT. This is another way to support the channel. But right now, we're just having a good time watching this volatility. Press the like button twice, says Queen Games. Thank you. Unfi can be a good trade. Let's take a look at Unfi. Why not? What's going on with Unfi? Stay even more cautious with the altcoins with this volatility. I do remember very well this ascending wedge double top scenario. We were talking about this. I did have some people thanking me very much, and I'm saying, hey, don't thank me, thank yourself. You are the one that is taking the decision at the end of the day. I'm not giving you any trading signals. I'm just giving you my personal technical analysis and what I do think can happen. I can be wrong, I can be right. At the end of the day, say thank you for the educational content and the technical analysis, basically, but not because of you took a trade here and made some insane gains. This is what happened on Unify, creating this kind of double top choppy action with this ascending wedge. And this is something we talked about on a live stream, and then I had I had someone saying, thank you very much on this, potential shorting trade. Thank yourself. You're the one pressing the button. You're the one risking your own money. There's no financial advice and no signals here on this channel. Never. So anyway, just thank for the educational content. Speech is over. So what is going on after the speech? Are we pumping or are we dumping? I think we're just going to continue here. So speech is over. Ratia says, thanks Andy, I am always using a condom when trading. Protect your position. Another dump now, says Alice. Maybe we could have a little bit of more volatility. Stay cautious. A little bit of more volatility is possible, but like I said, it looks like that we are going to continue the trend on the DXY. The immediate short-term trade for the last few days on the DXY is slightly bearish. You are creating lower highs. You got a support level that has been broken. This is likely to continue down. So if we take a look at the probabilities, DXY is the probabilities is it can continue down after this volatility for the next coming days. Of course, you could have that reversal. This is only probabilities. This is not about being right or wrong. It's looking at probabilities. Probabilities on DXY is coming down. So if the DXY is coming down, this is relatively good for Bitcoin. It should be helping Bitcoin to have that potential price action to the upside. So this is the thing. DXY looks like it's going to go down. Bitcoin retesting 21.8 here several times, while the lows that we did create from this range are intact at the moment. Of course, it could drop down there right now, no doubt. This could happen, but it is creating higher lows. This is still technically, you know, bullish. This is bullish. You're creating higher lows. You're testing, you're testing, you're testing, you're testing. You know, when you put a line like this and you put a line like this from the higher lows, there will be a moment that you're going to struggle and you'll have to break out. And the probabilities say that you should be breaking up in the short term rather than down. So yeah. And S&P 500 is correcting at the moment. It's still having a little bit of a drop. Will it go lower? This is the question. Will S&P 500 go lower after this massive volatility? Staying in the range is good. Busy weekend ahead. I won't have much time to squeeze some trades. Well, don't worry. There are opportunities every single week. So one more low for swing failure and then pump, says Umar. Wow, absolutely phenomenal. One more swing, one more dump and then for a swing failure and then a pump. So S&P pumping, S&P pumping. No, S&P dumping. S&P is dropping at the moment. It has pumped just a few minutes ago, about 10 minutes ago. Now it's coming back down. Okay, this is live at this moment. We had a quick recovery, quick coming back down. It's just a bunch of volatility. Let this volatility wear out in the next 1 to 2 hours. Andy, your thought on seller US dollar? Sell US dollar. Is this Celsius? Is this Celsius? I mean, yeah, this is about sell US dollar. I know supposedly they are kind of bankrupt, right? I know Celsius network is bankrupt. We got a massive short squeeze right over here. Huge short squeeze. Yeah, a big fat short squeeze. Let me just go back to Celsius. So what happened here, basically, that people were over speculating, you know, because just a few months ago they did declare bankruptcy and the Celsius network, and obviously this can be traded on Bybit. This can be traded on many different exchanges. So what are most of the people doing is over leveraging short positions on Celsius, on Cell token. And what happens when this happens? You get a gigantic short squeeze. Now, of course, these kind of pumps with low leverage are pretty good to swing low, to swing short. Okay, if you're using just a tiny bit of leverage for that, for a potential short, knowing that this is a short squeeze, then yeah, phenomenal. I think that this is likely to come to lower levels. You know, Celsius, they are kind of in big trouble. So that is my personal opinion. I think the lows will be retested here on the token. Yeah, around about the 20 cent level. It could come down to that range in the coming weeks or months. Andy, how can you trade after a bear market, sideways market? Andy, how can you trade after bear market? What do you mean, how can you trade after bear market? And DXY recovering. Let's take a look. DXY is recovering a little bit. Are we having a little bit of pumpy action on the DXY? Yeah, it is. It is recovering. It is recovering. Yeah, it should be holding as resistance. This should be holding as resistance. I mean, this is not the first time I would see a breakout and then a massive pump. Because I mean, this is why trading the news events is extremely dangerous. It's just really, really dangerous. But it shouldn't manage to get above this range successfully. We should be correcting down just by using technical analysis, right? You could have a little bit of more pumpy action here inside of this range above 108 and then get the correction. If you want to see a recovery, you want to see it breaking above, then yeah, this is going to be not good. Then that will be insane. This will be insane if that happens. It's having a little bit of a relief pump. S&P 500 still dropping. Bitcoin holding a range here. This is the thing, stay cautious, guys. If you're trading this, stay cautious. Protect positions. 90% of sell supply locked in the app. Yeah, exactly. 97% of sell supply is locked inside of the application. Andy, do you think the DXY is actually forming a bull flag? And this is a falling channel. Ratea Stefan says, do you think that the DXY is forming a bull flag? Let me just... well. Oh, I mean, this is also, yeah. This is also very, very possible. This is also very, very possible. Let me just get here the channel right there. Lower highs. Hang on one second. Let me just do this properly. I mean, very, very possible. Okay, we've got lower highs right there. Lows haven't been retested, but yeah, I get the point. I get the point. But even though I do think that the correction can happen in the next coming days, after that volatility. And this should be good for Bitcoin. It should be good. Of course, this is, you know, just looking at probabilities. Nothing is certain 100%. S&P dropping at the moment. Phew, it's getting a big, decent drop now. It's sinking in. We just got a big, massive relief pump. Wow. Expecting high. I mean, this is the thing. When Jerome Powell comes out, you know, it can be bullish, it can be bearish. Now it's sinking in here with this aggressive drop. DXY is recovering, getting above the support level. Yeah, this is why the news events are. You know, they stay away from news events. If you do think that it's going to be bearish for the market, then you can go ahead and short it. But it looks like the volatility is stopping. Well, we do have the price action of stocks, S&P 500, Dow Jones still having that corrective move. Bitcoin is right now correcting at this moment after the volatility. Still think it's not going to successfully break down $21,000. I still think that is probably not going to happen. Break down from these lows. When is the press conference? It already happened. The speech happened from Jerome Powell. This already happened about 30 minutes ago. So yeah, drop Bitcoin. Bitcoin drop. Like I said, in the mid time frames, you know, even though we come back down to 21.2, 21.1, still relatively bullish. We're creating higher lows, testing the highs more than the lows. Let's see what happens after the short-term volatility. Look at the S&P 500, massive correction. It has dropped. Phew! It's in a free fall at this moment. Obviously, S&P 500 dropping like this is not good for Bitcoin. DXY recovering slightly. It's at the resistance range, basically, just from this level right there. It's just right there. So is it going to manage to come up, or is it just going to have a lot of volatility here and fail and continue down? Already done. Sinking faster than Titanic. Below 21,500 Bitcoin. Stay cautious, guys, if you're trading. This is pure emotion. If you're trading news, you can short it if you wish, thinking that this is going to be extremely bearish for Bitcoin. I just don't like trading the news or when Jerome Powell comes out. I mean, last one that we did have a couple of months ago was this one right over here. This was one of them on the 13th of July. Market had a decent correction while we had Jerome Powell speaking. And then we had a massive pump just a few days after. Yeah, no. I don't want to trade any of the news because, yeah, you could have a big fat reversal also. Will BTC go back to 17K? Funny this volatility, says Barodi. Absolutely. S&P now drop 1.39 is big. 1% on the stock market on S&P is a big deal. 1% drop is on the stock market. It's a big move. On Bitcoin, it's not. It's not a big move. Will Bitcoin go back to 17K? In my personal opinion, yes. Will we test below 17K? I think so. Yeah. I think this is going to happen in the next coming months. I wouldn't say weeks. I would say months maybe. Might be September. It might be October. Might be November. 1, 2, 3 months. I expect a little bit of a relief rally for the next 1 to 2 weeks. And then, Bitcoin topping out maximum 23K. If it does manage to get that relief rally, I think maximum 23K before we start correcting down. And this could happen, September, October. I don't really know the exact timing, but I do think that we are going to retest $17,000 in the next coming months. S&P, huge red candle. Absolutely insane red candle. Whatever, Powell always talks crap. To dump the market. Well, it wasn't the case last year. Last year we had free money pump, 2 years ago actually, when we had C19 crash in 2020. 2020 and 2021, it was all about a bull run, free money, pump the market. Now, of course, with interest rates are not relatively good for the market in general. Bring on 70K, says Scotty. Absolutely. Scotty, thanks for the insane support. Thanks for joining the live stream. Powell did not say anything new. Well, I think he's been, saying the last few things. But yeah, this gives volatility to the market. Whatever Powell says is going to bring volatility to the market. No doubt. This always happens. Right, actually there was nothing in Powell's speech that is so significant. Well, maybe not, but it does bring volatility to the market. It gives you that scary price action or that pump or that big massive dump. Exactly at 4 o'clock when Jerome Powell came to on the speech, we had the dump. We had the corrective move. So OMG, Powell can dump market big. Absolutely, yes. So we are moving our policy stance purposefully to a level that will be sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2%. Okay, this is that's going to take a long time, I think. So yeah, hit the like button, Racing Pixel, thanks very much. So like I said, massive big drop on the S&P 500. Despite this, I still believe DXY should be correcting just for the next coming days, okay? It's not going to be a long correction. Some people might think that this is a bull flag right there for continuation, or a handle, right, from a cup and handle. It does, I mean, I really do think that this very much looks like a kind of a cup and handle. When you look at the 1 hourly time frame, you got resistance, you got the highs here, round formation, retest it again. You're on a descending cup like that. I think a little bit lower is likely, and then that will be the moment that we are going to trigger a pump on that, and that is going to be extremely bearish for Bitcoin. Like I said, if Bitcoin starts pumping above $22,000 in the next coming days, that is the moment you want to be bearish, in my personal opinion. I will start being bearish on Bitcoin once we get this price action to the upside, if it does happen, because I do think Bitcoin will go to lower levels. no doubt in my mind, in the next coming weeks and months. Took internet bubble burst about a decade to recover. Wow, I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to take that long, but I do see Bitcoin and crypto having a pretty decent correction and sideways action. A lot of sideways action, boring action. People are going to lose faith, and that's what I think is likely to happen. Did Powell speak already? Yes, he did at 4 o'clock. 15 years to be more precise for a NASDAQ bubble. 15 years. It did take a long time since the dot-com bubble in the year 2000. You know, it took quite a few years to recover. Dumping. We are dumping S&P 500 in a free fall at the moment. Wasn't expecting this free fall. Well, I was expecting anything really. When Powell speaks, whatever he says, even though it's something new or not, he will, markets will dump or pump. It's a double bottom for the Dow Jones. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Got someone here. It's a double bottom for the Dow Jones. I usually analyze I usually analyze the S&P 500, not Dow Jones. But let's see Dow Jones. What's going on? Double bottom for Dow Jones. Okay, all right. I see you. Is this going to be a double bottom for Dow Jones? I'm not too sure about that. Maybe yes, maybe not. Double bottom here, maybe. We need to see how we are going to react at the bottom though. Still falling. This could fall straight through. If we start consolidating like this by next week, then yeah, double bottom is possible. VIX is exploding. What is VIX? Is it a crypto? What is VIX? Oh, volatility. Oh, S&P 500 volatility. Where do you think to enter to get a 4 or 5x return, short or long, in 1 to 3 days? I mean, what I do see is if we do pump in the next coming days, which I still think it's going to happen, guys, despite the volatility, despite the drop, I'm still going to stick with my kind of prediction here. If we do get higher, if we are still consistently creating higher lows right there, and we got this resistance level that's been tested several times, I think it could happen. I will be extremely bearish if we do pump to 22.6, 22.8 in the next coming days. I mean, this is only a 1,500 pump from current levels. There are different trading scenarios that I'm looking at here. 22.6, 22.8 to short if it does happen. If we come down to test the lows here below $20,800 and create a swing failure, then of course I would be interested in longing this level, of course. And if we successfully break down already from this low, then it's going to be looking very, very interesting. I do think that continuation to the downside is what's going to happen, and there will be multiple opportunities. Now, it's up to you, because a lot of people want to speculate short or long here. We're still range trading, so stay extremely cautious, all right, inside of this zone. BTC dumping, thank God, thank goodness, cheap BTC coming. Hopefully it will go down $17,000 in the next coming months. Hopefully. I do have a big bag. I will be very, very pissed off if Bitcoin starts pumping in the next coming months, to $30,000, $40,000. I will be, I want to buy back down here below 17. As soon as we touch below $18,000, that is where I'm going to start buying heavily. I'm dollar cost averaging always, but I have a big bag of USDT that I will drop, we'll buy BTC once we dip below $18,000. That is going to be my plan. So bring it for the long-term view. DXY exploding. Come on, are you serious? It's exploding. It is pumping for the moment after the drop. We've still dropped more in between, during today. This is looking at the 1 hourly, so it's having a little bit of a strong recovery after the speech. Still think it's not gonna pump up. Still think it's got a little bit more movement to the downside. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Rate hike continues, very bearish. Yeah, well, rate hikes was very much, this is nothing new. We knew that, rate hikes are going to continue. They do have a potential plan to get inflation down to 2%. I told you TA is useless now. Right. What I like to say always when there's news events, I'm not trading at the moment. When there's news events coming out, you just need to protect your position. You need to stay cautious, because trading the news is a little bit of a lottery in my opinion. You can go up or down. I like to trade technical analysis, like I've explained many times on the live stream, showing you these different opportunities with volume. Okay, I've been showing you on the latest live streams on the lower time frames. Check them out, guys, because I do show you major opportunities on lower time frames, how when you break major support levels with high volume, and you are retesting them as resistance. I showed you also on Chili's for the last couple of days. Chili's was absolutely insane, how it was respecting technical analysis so much for the last few days. It was insane. Resistance and support levels turning into resistance and into support. It was absolutely beautiful. Got into some pretty nice trades on Chili's here, long in here, taking profits here, shorting here. I did explain this on the live stream just 2 days ago. No, this was actually, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, on the 24th. Or 25th, can't remember now. It was yesterday, I think. Yesterday or before yesterday. Major levels. Technical analysis was playing out beautifully. So it's worthless when there's news, of course, because of the volatility. But Chili's, this was absolutely golden. Breakout with volume from a major support level, retesting it to resistance to come back down to retest the lows. I mean, yeah, technical analysis works very, very much. Why is there so much lag on Bybit? I don't believe it. Bybit can support over 100,000 trades per second. It's very, I bet BitMEX has got lagging issues, but I would be very surprised if Bybit does. Guys, rate hikes are not that important. Just be on the lookout for this chart. The real deal is the balance sheet tightening. Yeah, also, I think they will do it in September, says Murat C. Also. Guys, this is going to be it. This was just a bonus live stream to take a look at the volatility. Stay cautious with your trades, protect positions, all right? Don't risk more yet than you're willing to lose. Of course, only small amount of your capital. Know how to protect positions. Insane volatility. Look at this. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. Bang, bang, bang. Crazy times, guys. Stay cautious. Big fat red volume right now. Protect positions. Remember, on PrimeXBT and on Bybit, you got an insane bonus down below. Wait for some volatility to happen. Wait for this to happen for some potential trades. In my opinion, this is an extremely risky area when there's news events. Thank you very much. Scalping BTC and just experiencing massive lag. Maybe it's just my connection, says Outdoor Pie. I've never experienced lagging trading with Bybit. Never experienced it. It probably is your connection. Guys, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this live stream just to see the volatility. Stay cautious. Like you know, I do still think we could get that pumpy action despite this crazy volatility. I think we could go higher than 22k despite the volatility. All right, if this is just range trading, we're probably just going to see this for quite some time still for the next coming days. Stay cautious, guys. Protect position. Make sure to use, really good technical analysis when there's no news out, volatility, breaking resistance, breaking support levels, turning them into resistance and support, vice versa, with high volume direction. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Reading any of the comment section, a few nice comments, a few bad comments also as well. Keep up the great work, Andy. Volume trading is the way forward. Thank you very much. Yeah, volume trading is insane. It's insanely profitable. Thank you very much for the support, guys. Check out Bitcoinsensus website down below if you want to know about different technical analysis ideas and news. Also, the bonuses down below on the exchanges for experienced traders. Bybit, you get an insane bonus. Also on Prime XBT, 7% added to your deposit. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you in the next one.